me that way. You had absolutely no right to do that.
When you supposed to wear that at, Fisher?
With my man.
What? He not taking you nowhere in that.
Night tip, and I show up with a bonnet on and Crocs. You know why I'm here.
Black men have always been trying to work their way up. They've never put us in a position to oppress us, right? We've always had to work together back in the day.
Fred, I said we'll talk about that some other time.
You don't tell me what I talk about. You don't tell me what I talk about in my own house.
I had very bad slang to my conversation. I was always cursing. I always tried to wear the pants, and it's like I had no femininity to me at all. You know,
These dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? And you're treating it like it's this much put in there? There's another on the side, taking a little bit more value out of the pussy. So by the time you get you got about this much left for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you got kids, she get old, she get fat, she cheat on you. Now you got this much put, and y'all thinking about a divorce. She put the cat on the pussy, right? And then she goes back into the market. She got this much left, still thinking in her mind that she's working with this pussy.
Yo, what it do? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I am back in the broadcast room yet again. Always with another one, man. And yes, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we going live tonight, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers out there, first off. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Share, subscribe. Real talk if you're new to the channel. And yeah. You know what I'm saying? Please make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button out there. I would appreciate it. For real, though. Hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. You know what I'm saying? Help me to, you know what I'm saying, reach more people so we can actually, you know, get some good comments, start talking, start actually, you know what I'm saying, doing some things around here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But yeah, though, man. Hey, listen, look. It's crazy out here. The situation that we in, the world that we live in, things like that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. So, you know, we got a whole just a whole dynamic of things of situations and topics that I'm going to present tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're down to hang in there with me, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I'm just being honest out here. Whoever tuned in, appreciate y'all for being here with me. And yeah, it kind of is what it is. You know, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna hit my cup, you know. Yeah. So, you know, it's just real, man. We got people out here lying on people. We have situations that need to be explained. And you know, a couple of things that I want to dive off into this with you guys. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, real talk, let's go here. Let's check this out. So, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, men are not obsessed with women anymore. I mean, and we talk about being obsessed, and I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying, being obsessed. I just don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I be obsessed with anybody?
for you old fish-eyed fool.
I mean, I don't want to be obsessed with anybody. I don't even want that type of spirit upon me. I'm just being real with it. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense that you would want to be in that position as a person to where you're obsessed with somebody. Obsession makes you do weird things. It makes you do crazy things. It makes you think of things that you would not normally think of to do to people or to do for people. So, you know, being obsessed is not a good thing. So we're gonna let this bat right here talk. This gentleman bat, you know, hey, you know, kind of is what it is. So you know, it's always quarters, nickels, and dimes. And yeah, here we go at this time.
Men aren't obsessed with women anymore, and it's weird. These men are more into themselves than they are women. They expect a woman to buy them flowers and chocolate. In their mind, they're the catch, and women should chase them. But that was never how it was intended to be. As men by nature, we are hunters. Women are the catch. We gotta put the work in. But these men are too self-absorbed, and they expect a woman to do everything.
So I assume that you hear this
You'll thank me in the morning.
You ain't right, man.
Oh, I'm right. You'll see. Invigorating.
I assume that you hear this dude talking. And what he's trying to paint a picture of being, it's like, how dare you lower yourself to a degree to where you think that you're supposed to be obsessed with someone? That, you know, men are just supposed to be out here just, you know, falling off cliffs, you know, just diving themselves into middle of traffic to, you know,
What the French toast is there to think about?
to achieve some goal that this woman wants us to achieve. And I mean, you know, it's ridiculous to me that hold on.
Men aren't
We're gonna go back here. And we're gonna really dive off into this foolishness. We're really gonna dive off into this dingbat activity around here. You know. Okay.
aren't obsessed with women anymore, and it's weird.
No, it is not weird to be, it's weird to be obsessed with someone. That's weird. That's weird. So regardless of what, I don't understand, and I don't know this young man's teachings, things like that, how he was brought up and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, whether he's pandering for women or not, I don't know. I really don't give a fuck. I'm here to enlighten my audience on what the fuck this really is, because this is crazy. No way, no how you need to be obsessed with anybody. You need to be focused on yourself, focus on your goals, bettering your life. We live in a different day and time. It is not what it used to be. Get your stuff together. Do right by yourself and your family and the ones that actually love and care about you. You know, seriously, here we go.
These men are more into themselves than they are women.
Why would I not be into myself? If a woman wants me to come along and do all this protecting and providing, I have to be into myself to a certain degree in order to gain the knowledge to get the power that I need in order to lead.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
I'm just saying here.
They expect a woman to buy them flowers and chocolate. In their
What grown man wants flowers and chocolate? I mean, you know, hold on. Half the time, a grown-ass man barely eats a piece of candy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, son? What are you talking about here?
In their mind, they're the catch, and women should chase them. But that was never how it was intended to be. As men by nature, we are hunters. Women are the catch.
Yes, we are hunters by nature, but you don't hunt women. They're not prey. You don't hunt women. You hunt prey. See, obviously nobody's ever taken this young man out. You know, a father, uncle, something like that. Never taken him out to actually do any real hunting, to know what hunting really implies. And I guarantee you, you're not going to do the same to a woman that you would do to a deer.
Well,
I mean,
what
you
the
know,
French toast is there to think about?
I'm just saying.
We gotta put the work in. But these men are too self-absorbed and they expect a woman to do everything.
No. Men that actually want a peaceful life and a peaceful home, you know, expect everybody to pull their weight in that damn home. That's what the fuck that is.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Not glamorizing all this foolishness that's going on in society today. It makes no sense. It breeds no great results. You know, and if you want to live this fictitious way of thinking, you're free to do so. And you know, hey, mad applause to you if you want to. I'm not knocking nobody for doing what they want to do with their own damn lives. But the problem is also that needs to be thought about on the big picture. The big picture is if we want this society that, you know, people can, you know, live life with some type of peace, it ain't gonna be no way without, you know what I'm saying, actually coming together and agreeing upon certain rules of engagement and things like that in life. It's just no way around it. You know, when you got foolish people running around doing all types of dumbass crap and then expect a peaceful life, it's just not gonna work that way. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's chaos all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, okay, let's check this chick out here. Now, she's the counteraction to what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? She's saying something different to what he's saying. She's saying quarters, nickels, and dimes. Quarters, nickels, and dimes. Let's go.
There's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be.
Oh,
Y'all
really
find
now?
that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird.
Okay.
Because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world?
Huh?
Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like y'all sense of entitlement is out of control. Y'all expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing y'all bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like, y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have. Simple as that.
Damn. Now hold on here. Now hold on. Just hold on here. Hold on. Hold on. From my understanding is, you know what I'm saying, this young lady is counteracting what this dude just said. Now he trying to speak up for the women and trying to, well, men are not obsessed with women anymore, and they're just, into themselves, and they're just doing what they want to do. Men are hunters, and we supposed to be doing this and that. And it's like, look, dude. You know what I'm saying? Real women are even tired of your fucking shenanigans out here. You know what I'm saying? They tired of the shenanigans. And it's crazy and ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Now, she spoke. She had a lot to say. And shout out to this young lady. Let's give her a round of applause. Because she was, hey, okay. Let's go back to relax. All right.
There's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly?
Now, this is the key word that's going here between these two videos. The obsession part. It is not normal for any human being to be obsessed with anybody. That is a flaw, to be obsessed with someone or things or anything like that. That means that entity or that outside energy or anything like that is trying to take you over, has taken you over, basically. That's not good. To be obsessed with anything. I don't care whether it's money, clothes, cars, houses, people. It is not good to be obsessed. That is a form of enchantment. If you're enchanted by something, that means whatever you're enchanted by possesses you. It takes you over. You're no longer yourself, and you're no longer in control of yourself. That's why you make dumbass decisions.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever.
Right.
It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle.
Keyword another, sponsoring things. Hey, some of you men out there are just like this.
Bitch, you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
Some of you men out there have been being Dorito bitches, and you're mad because you're not chose.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, look. The thing of it is that, we live in this over sexualized, over materialistic society nowadays. You have to know what stage of society you're living in on this planet that you've been born into. And it's nobody's fault. We all born into this shit. We born into this. And that's part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? When you're born into something, you're technically playing catch up. You're playing catch up. We've all been playing catch up since we've been born. We've been playing catch up for thousands of years. Every generation that's born plays catch up to the next generation and their information and their knowledge that they've gained from the previous generation and things like that. We all playing catch up. So, that we're playing catch up, and then we pile on all this technology that we recently got, because the internet is not even 50 years old yet. Everybody tends to want to forget this. This is the reason why we have all this chaos going on too, is because we are the generation that's breaking in the internet, that's breaking in this wave of information and knowledge at our fingertips. you know, and it's also damaging us to a certain degree in our brains because, you know, yeah, we're not, you know, keeping up with the information that's coming in on a consistent basis. But that's a whole nother situation. Like, you know. Let's keep going.
To make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like, y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think
once again, this goes back to the things that we are all talking about in these spaces is that men will have sex with BBLs and things like that. It's just the truth. It's just the truth, man. But to wife and talk about waking up to that on a daily basis every day, you know, no. Men are men are individuals that like the best way to do things without giving away a lot of resources. The resources that we gain, we are greedy with those resources. We want to keep as much of those resources as we can. We do not want to, you know, give away our resources that we do happen to gain because it's been hard work trying to get them fucking resources.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
We do not want to just give them away. Like it's just some, you know, piece of candy that some 12-year-old kid was still out the fucking store. We do not want to just give our resources away. So, you know, that being said, you know, yeah, we don't, you know, to deal with a chick with a BBL, that comes with needing to spend money, which is part of a man's resources. And to have to spend that extra amount of money, because she's going to have to get those tits redone after so many years. She's going to have to get that butt lip redone, face, all this type of stuff. That is too much money unnecessarily when we're sitting here as logical men. It's like, no, it's impossible for you to defeat time. It's impossible. I'm not finna go out my way to defeat time. Time is what it is. Wrinkles are gonna come. Whatever. I'm not finna sit here and try to defeat the undefeatable. Ponce de Leon, I hope I got the name right. Search for the Fountain of Youth back in some 1500s, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't necessarily quote me on that right now. But at the end of the day, though, they went searching for the Fountain of Youth. Never fucking found it. It's impossible for you to have that. And everybody wants the Fountain of Youth. It's ridiculous.
I think y'all are starting to realize that, and then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting.
Right.
And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
And, you know, I hope to really drive that knowledge home. It's just simple knowledge. It's no way around this. Men want for wives now, yes, at the end of the day, the night ladies are important. They always have been. Why you think that the night lady job has been well, technically was the first profession on the planet? You know, and that's just it. You know, a lot of women nowadays are so headstrong till they think that they can sit there and be like, well, you know, we're going to drill this into men. We're going to make men change at their DNA level course. We're just going to make them like what we're going to give them. And it's like, no. That's the reason why things are going the way that they're going. And I suggest that no man be obsessed with any woman. It's no. You need to be working on yourself, bettering yourself for your life. Why don't you want to live good as a man? Why don't you want to live better? Don't live it for a woman. Live it for yourself first. And everything else will fall in place. And that's just real to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. We get, you know, men have to stop living for women, and it's already starting. You know, that's the reason why marriages are at an all-time low. You know, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work with the modern day thinking. It's not going to work. All right. So we about to dive off into some more of this tragedy situation here. Let me see. Let's go here. What I want to do now, I want to go here to this young man right here. You know what I'm saying? And this situation that this young man found himself in, you know, college student, and he was dating a young lady, and of course, you know, through whatever happened, because you know nobody ever really knows the inside details of every situation that we, you know, present, you know, on these shows and the Bottom Line News and things like that, you know. But this young man obviously was going through something with his old lady, and he decided to quit her. But the thing of it is, though, she decided that she was going to spread lies and rumors on him. Now, these are serious accusations. She made accusations that this young man gave her H.I.V. She spread this all through the college campus, all over the internet. She spread this information everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, you know, I got O'Shea Duke Jackson in the broadcast room, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, real talk. Give him a, you know, follow a subscription. You know what I'm saying? Please do. Great commentator. But, you know, listen, look, we about to dive off into this one, and let's just see how treacherous some of these women can really get. Let's go here.
I want you to imagine that you were in a relationship with a young lady. And you know what? It's all going good. She looks good. She's thick. And when you get her in the bedroom, booty clapping sounds. Yeah. Cheek clapping and booty smacking. It's all good. But you know, man, when you talk to your friends, you notice that she got these red flags. You know what I mean? She's too possessive, or she don't listen, or she might be a little off. But you know what? Hey, when your friends see her, she thick, so it's like, man, you looking good because you were her. But man, it keeps going on and going on and going on. And you're like, man, you know, I don't even like talking to her. She's stressing me out. She accusing me of cheating. every time I'm trying to do something, she's ruining it. Man, I just got to let her go. So you make the phone call. Phone rings out. And you like, look, man, I just got to get rid of you, boo. We not working out. You know what I'm saying? I just got to just go. You know what I mean? I need you to get the hell up out of here. You feel me? And she act like it's okay, but you know, you end it right there. You go on about your life, right? Then a week goes by. You go to your Instagram, and all of a sudden you got all of these hate messages like, sad music, you're a creep. How could you do that to that girl? Some of the guys, yo, man, I'ma kill you, bruh. What you doing is foul. Yo, where's all this hatred and animosity coming towards me? Like, I didn't do anything. Then you found out your ex-girlfriend is going around telling everybody you have HIV.
Stop it. Stop it. You know, I really hate the way that this world is going because, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, man, if women are getting out here playing the game this dirty, that they're so hurt. They're so, you know, not understanding life because they weren't properly prepared by their fucking family to go out here and live life for disappointments in life, that they're just willing to make up stories like this on people. And this is a situation where this young man was lied upon with this horrible crime. Because yes, this is a technical crime. If you know that you have this certain disease, you're not allowed to not let your sexual partner know that you have this. It is a crime. It's technically a crime to have sex with another human being without letting them know that you're positive. If you do know that you're positive, it's a crime to do so.
And not only that, you gave it to her. Now, I just want you guys to understand how serious that is as a young man that has been accused of doing something like that. It is a life-ending situation. Not only is it a life-ending situation because you allegedly killed somebody, you yourself are also dead because you're going to die a death. Now, you can take medicines and things like that, but you're accused of doing something to a black woman in which people now hate you. So you don't know what to do. You got to call your parents and tell them, hey, mom or dad, family, my girlfriend is saying, ex-girlfriend is saying, I have HIV. She says she got it from me. And you're probably going to look back at your sexual experiences.
Sorry about that, y'all. You know how it goes. Let's go.
Yeah, man, you was hitting it without no condom, right? What the clapping sounds? So, man, check this out. It gets so bad, people threatening you at your college campus where you go. People don't want nothing to do with you. I mean, all your friends are basically leaving you alone. And it got so bad that you post this on your Instagram. That's it. I'm committed. Deletion, self-deletion. We'll blur that out. Y'all ruined my life. I'm innocent. Y'all really came to where I lay my head, bullying my family and stalking them. Y'all want me gone? Well, congrats. I'm in it all. Goodbye. Now, look at the tweet beneath it, right? Y'all, the little man who been going viral for knowingly giving a girl HIV, we'll blur that out though. Now he hollering about about to commit suicide instead of just posting his results. Okay, so who is that? This young man is Jonathan Haynes. He attends an HBCU called St. Augustine's University. Now his life has been ruined. Now by the time he posts this particular screenshot, he's already been tested for all of the STDs. Guess what? It comes back negative. And we're about to see these receipts right now in this video.
Log out, log back in. Run it back. Let me log
out. Do that shit 3-4 times for their ass.
Let me log out, log back in, man. What website is it? Come again? Okay. I'm just making sure what website this is. You ain't tripping. All right. I ain't tripping on tape. Nah, hell nah. You ain't tripping. That's I'm tripping. This the right website, right?
That shit fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, why you can't up here, girl?
Damn,
Nah, I'm glad,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad, bro, strong-minded nigga, because any other nigga would have committed, been on something, you feel me? Stressed out about this shit.
These are the tests. I paid $129 for these tests. That's when I ordered the test. January 8th, Monday. Normal. Herpes. I never had herpes. I never had syphilis. I never had HIV.
Come on now.
This nigga.
I never had AIDS.
Now imagine he already knows he doesn't have anything, but guess what? She has turned all the people against him. People showing up to his family's house, people showing up to his school, bullying him, threatening him, all of that, right?
And see, this is just how dangerous women can be. Let's not play around with the type of scenario that we live with on this planet. Women are the most dangerous creatures on the damn planet. I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Women are the most dangerous creatures on this planet. And guess what? Yes, we as men, we allow them to be this through unchecked balances and regulations. Now, because we all want this sweet, watery companionship that we normally have.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Hold on.
You old fish-eyed fool.
Yeah. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, we all want to deal with women as men, and women do want to deal with men. But the thing of it is that when you run across bats like this, these bats are terrorists. You know what I'm saying? She can't control her emotions. She can't control herself. Her mental state is all over the place. Her family has not taught her how to regulate herself as a young lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure no member in her family has ever said no or told her that she was wrong or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the problem. Women don't hear the word no enough, and they don't hear the word you're fucking wrong enough growing up. This has to happen through the growing stages of this human being's life. She needs to be told no. The hell you talking about, you bat?
Hey, and this guy is innocent, but I want you to check out what his ex-girlfriend said.
So because of all this going on and he know it's false. Y'all don't know how this man feeling. Whoever
I keep saying it's false.
And they don't care.
I keep saying it's false. He tagged me in his
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we know it's false, everybody knows it's false. Somebody need to go on these pages, let them know that it's false. Y'all need instead of just letting this shit drag on, this nigga get, you feel me, his name get tarnished like this name.
So I'm guessing that he's whoever this man is here, he's talking to the young lady that's making these false accusations. And he's like, well, somebody needs to, and I'm like, at the end of the day, dude, what the fuck do you mean somebody? Tell her she needs to retract that story. We need irons in the fire. We need irons in the fire out here. You know what I'm saying?
But you old fish-eyed fool.
She needs to get out there and retract that story. But we know that these new age women have so much pride. And this is what also the Bible warned about, the pridefulness You could have so much pride to this at the detriment of your life, your health, everybody else is around you, and all this type of shit. Like, seriously, B.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
But it's real, though. It's at the detriment of everybody around you and yourself. You have so much pride to where you can't say that you're sorry, to where you can't apologize for stupid mistakes. But this is the thing here. This is not just a stupid mistake. This is a plot to destroy somebody. This young lady is a terrorist, and she needs to be put down like Al-Qaeda. Or the Taliban. She needs to be put down. You know what I'm saying? Bats out here. And fucking rabid dogs. Stop it.
It ain't right. Like, you gotta clear this up. You gotta, like, no cap. You gotta clear this shit up. You need to go apologize to this man or something. No doubt. No doubt. This ain't it. Cause now it's gonna come on you. Now motherfucker ain't gonna even want to fuck with you cause now it's saying he got it. Now it's gonna say you got it because
they already said I got it.
Exactly. So that's why I said all this shit is fuck.
This particular young lady makes up some screenshots that says that he gave her HIV. I want you to check it out, right? So this is what she posted. She changed the name to Jonathan from some other person. I got back my results. I'm sure you already know what I'm about to ask. How long did you know? Nah, I really apologize. Now, what she's doing is pretending that this is him doing this, but it's not. She's making it all up. Jonathan, how could you do this to me? My life is done. Allegedly, he's saying, I just couldn't pass up on you. I wanted you so bad, man. I really apologize. I wish you would have never gotten this far. I'm so hurt, I can't forgive you. I've had HIV for about 7 months now. I'm so sorry. We plan in the future. Please forgive me 7 months. Now, this is something that is made up. It's not true. Also with this, the young man, Jonathan.
So, obviously, she got on one of these, you can have an app to where you can have an alternate phone number. And that alternate phone number, you can send messages and make phone calls from that number, things like that. So she send messages back to herself, basically, you know, from an alternate phone number that she makes up from an app, because there are apps out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she basically sending herself messages, talking like she's talking to him, but the whole time she talking to herself. How crazy is this? How crazy is this? This is psychoactivity. Whether you like it or not, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she's sending messages to herself. You know what I'm saying? And God, man, wow. I can't believe that, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can believe it now in 21st century, but once upon a time, it was like, man, for a woman to do such things, it's like she basically would be the scum of the earth. But nowadays, these types of women are getting all types of praises. You know what I'm saying? Look at how many people jumped to her defense over a blatant lie, a super lie. Stop it.
Then releases some voice messages from her, and this is probably the reason why she made up these false allegations, because he wouldn't spend money on her. Let's check it out.
I knew that you couldn't afford me. Then it's like you was speaking to me like I'm a leash. Bro, I live in a 2-story apartment, luxury apartment. My rent is $3,000 a month. My blow-up mattress, that's probably the only thing you could say, my blow-up mattress. Baby, my bed is coming. Like, I'm not even speaking too much on that. That don't even matter. That has nothing to do with you. But furthermore, this is the last conversation that I will have with you. Like, why am I being with a nigga that's not dominant, that doesn't want to spend money with me, that doesn't want to spend time with me?
So you think a man is not dominant because he don't want to spend his hard-earned money on you, or his money, period. What type of Down syndrome thinking ass human being are you?
What's the French toast is there to think
I mean,
about?
you know. And that's no shade on people that actually have Down syndrome. You know, sorry, but there's no shade on them. Seriously, that is a serious situation. But you know what I'm saying? You know, for this bat right here to be trying to, you know, downplay people like that and diminish, you know what I'm saying, this man like that because, you know what I'm saying, he saw something in you that he didn't want to deal with. He didn't want to be a part of whatever it was that you had going on. Obviously, it was some fucking foolishness. Obviously, it was something that he didn't want to deal with. But because he didn't want to deal with you or be with you or be around you, you know what I'm saying, you have to make up these treacherous lies in order to survive your ego process. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk.
You old fish-eyed fool.
But you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
And this is literally the fourth situation for me. This is the fourth situation. The first, dinner. Second, you asked me for a gift for Christmas. You were the one that asked me for what I wanted.
Now, the other screenshots that you're seeing, you know, she will say things like that to the young man. Then he will just let her talk to herself. She'll just send messages. She'll then say she's a virgin, but she has a baby daddy. And again, this young lady is crazy. And just because he wouldn't spend money on her, she decided to do this. And this is why so many young men get set up in the black community. And I hate to say it, just because some woman wants you or you're not doing what she want to do. So since she won't do it, you know, she has to somehow destroy your life. And it happens all the time in Black America. And I just want you guys to see what can happen if you get with people who are just crazy. Because first of all of these lies the young lady is telling, right? It doesn't even matter if she's not telling the truth. There are no repercussions, but this young guy could have got killed. You know, he could have got destroyed, and he still is going to get destroyed because somebody is always going to believe this. And I'm telling you, brothers, right now, just because she look good, just because she thick, is not going to make a hill of bean. Always make sure that you brothers are out there are protecting yourself. Wear those Jimmy hats and don't be so in a hurry to be in there clapping cheeks. Well, guys, what do you...
Hey.
And that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That's just the damn bottom line. Yo, shit. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I suggest, you know, us as older men, we spread the knowledge to these young cats, man, as much as we can. Like, listen, look, they're dealing with a whole different type of woman than, you know, like I'm in the 40 range. So, you know, growing up, being a teenager, being a young man in my 20s, women at that time, like it was just unthinkable that a woman would accuse you of doing something like that if you didn't really do something like that. It's just, you know, so even women back, you know, they just wouldn't reach that damn far to be like, dude gave me HIV and you know what I'm saying, this and that, and woo to woo, and make up text messages and make up, just make things up like that. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, that they, you know, the younger women, that they willing to do that now. They willing to just destroy. All they want to do is seem like destroy every damn thing. And it has to make you think, like, what's the real problem here? Why are some of these women so willing to destroy things all the damn time? Lord. I guess it's like a volcano that's been dormant for so many generations or so many centuries. It just has to erupt. At some point, it just has to erupt. Kind of is what it is, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right then. Now, okay, here we go. We gonna let's see. I got you there. Listen, look. Let's dive off into the Love Dorsey situation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Love Dorsey, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all familiar with Love Dorsey out there and things like that, though. But you know what I'm saying? Love Dorsey has been around for a while. You know, I used to follow her on Facebook years ago. She's been around for a very long time. And yeah, she's going to dive off into a few little things here. Let's just go. Let's check this out.
Situation. If the man is in survival mode, right? His first priority is what, Classy?
Himself.
Right. Slave concept that a person is going to be able to provide and from a healthy space put first things outside of self while self is in fight or flight mode is fucking absurd. Scientifically, it doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. But in our culture, we've made it make sense by repeating it over the generations. This old slave mentality that I'm going to be beat up, broken, legs half hanging off, can't barely feed myself or find a positive reason to want to wake up, right? I got all this going on, but I'm going to be great at parenting and doing a good job at being positive, and I'm going to call my baby mother, and I'm going to be there and smile in those children's face. The average human being is not fucking capable of doing that if their basic human needs aren't met, right? That's the first part of it. The second part is what can look like someone ain't taking care of some kids because they want to be with you is simply that dealing with you, the experience with you, how you talk to them, how you act, how you are with them is different when they're in a relationship with you than when they're not. So the idea is I may not at all, and this goes for some mothers and some fathers, want to be with you. But the behavior I get when I'm not with you is so unpleasant that yes, it looks like I'm chasing being with you, but really I'm just trying to get the treatment from you that I get in regards to considering my perspective or overlooking certain things that I got when we work together. Does that make sense to you, Classy?
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, but I mean.
But what? Tell me. Go.
I don't think that's my situation.
So tell me, because this is what I'm asking you. I asked you earlier, what do you think your biggest obstacle is? And we had the same conversation on a one-on-one call. You gave me the same exact verbiage that you just used. Your story hasn't switched up yet. But I put into perspective when we talked, how you come off. It's very niggerish. It's very manly. It's
hey. Listen, look, people. The old school saying that it takes one to know one, you know what I'm saying, is very real. You know, it's very real. It's very real. So, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like I say, I've been following Love Dorsey for years. And yeah, you know, she definitely strong, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? She's strong at the mouth and she gonna say it the fuck she gonna say it the way she wanna say it. But the thing of it is though, is that also she's coming to and she's talking to a lot of these young ladies and trying to get them to understand and see the truth about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the truth of the matter that a lot of these young ladies need to hear these things that she's saying. And sometimes it's going to take the way that she's saying it because, you know, we have to understand, definitely in the Black community at some point, that, you know, a lot of these young ladies grew up with mothers that cussed all the time, talk shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. They didn't grow up in these peaceful households where, you know, oh, well, look, Quankeisha, would you like to make some cookies today? You know, I mean, they didn't grow up like that.
Choices there to think about.
They grew up in houses with mothers. With you little heifer, you know what I'm saying? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, go sit your ass down. That's what they grew up with. And I'm keeping it light right there. I'm keeping it light right there. So it kind of is what it is. Let's keep going.
It's very masculine. He got out, and I told him, we don't need his money. We need your time. A person in survival mode. But when it is we, because the idea of co-parenting is your child needs your time, because as a mother, I need you involved with this child, right? So there is a we need you. And even right now, when you're trying to clear up that we don't need you, it's putting into context what I'm explaining about how you coming off. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's bad. I want you to realize how you come off.
Yeah, I do. I'm very, I do.
Can anybody relate to what I'm explaining to her?
It's kind of frustrating.
I could. I can relate. I kind of feel like, I feel like that with my son. Like, I feel like it's the money. Like, my son got everything he needs. PlayStation 5s, Christmas, he doing stuff for birthdays. But again, he ain't come to a football game. My son played football for a whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Or when he go visit my son at the Lord Detention Center, it ain't no hate when you walk up. It's no love shown. It's just like straight into that. Just like, I can't even explain it because I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't really understand it. That's why I feel like it's like we don't understand for real from the man, from him.
It's a human. But listen, let me tell you something. It ain't this part that you're talking about. It ain't a human thing. It's a man thing. A lot of y'all.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's a man thing.
A lot, but no, Italy. Listen, it's not a man thing. It's a human thing. You can't. And I want you to really understand. You cannot expect these cuddles in amounts of love shown with something that I have not yet had my own abilities to bond with outside of your influence as the mother.
Yeah, and see, that's why I'm like, I understand where she's coming from, but I'm like, the influence, I don't know. I can't explain it, but I feel it. I get where she's coming from.
So I'm sorry to cut you off. So just like you just said, you want to get your own experience. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell him. Like I know you just came home. I'm not being aggressive when I'm telling him, but I'm just really laying it out. I know you just came home. I'm not asking you to give us no money. I'm not asking you to shower him with anything. All I'm asking you to do is spend time with him and get to know him.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So now, what's being talked about right here is basically, you know what I'm saying? Of course, this young lady, she dealing with a man that's been to prison. Has children by this man and everything. You know, now, at the end of the day, I don't want to dive off into the fact that he's been to prison, but it has to be, you know, kind of presented to a certain degree. Yes, a man that comes home from a scenario like that, he's going to need time to readjust to society, especially if he spent a certain substantial amount of years in prison. Prison is different from jail. You're only in jail a certain amount of time, and it's not years. You're in prison for years. It's totally different. It's just like, you know, day and night. You know, it's two different things. So, you know, yeah. For him to come home, baby, you know what I'm saying, after so many years being conditioned to live that type of way, it's going to be a difference in his thinking. He has to recondition himself. So it's going to take time for him to feel like he needs to get close to certain people, because while you're inside there for years, you're on the inside. You need to not get close to people in order to survive. So, you know, it don't work the same way on the inside that it do outside.
What the French toast is there to think about?
That's just the logical thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work that way. So he does need time to adjust. It just is what it is. Let's keep going.
Okay, perfect.
Can I say something?
I'll let you, Frank, but 1 second, right? There is nothing unrealistic about what she's saying, but there are certain human things that she's not considering, right? The human things are being real with yourself. What do men get valued for in this day and age? No, I want Classy to answer. Hold on, because y'all saying it. I want Classy to say it.
You said, what was the question again?
What do men, when you look about how the world operates right now, what do men get valued for?
For most women, it's what they got to offer.
Okay.
What they can bring.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. So you saying to butt that on and trailing your voice off. What is the reality of the day and age that we live in? Regardless of what you verbally told your baby daddy, when you look about the world and just perceive yourself to be a man, what makes men feel valuable, have confidence and self-esteem per the standards of the world?
The tangible shit that they have.
Okay.
Shit that they can't die with.
Perfect.
Shit that ain't important.
Stuff that ain't important because you saying they important? That it ain't important?
Hold on. Just hold. Stop it. Stop it. What are you talking about? Stuff that's not important? For him to pay the bills? For him to do what all y'all chicks out there screaming all day, every damn day, that you need this man to pay these bills.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Stop it. Stop it right now. Chai. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look. Like, see, you know, women be tripping me out. When shit don't work in their favor, then they want to diminish it. And then when it works in their favor, they want to praise it to high God. You know what I'm saying? They want, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Stuff him paying them bills. What are you talking about? Come on now. You only gonna get wet when he do pay some bills. So let's not even go there. What are you talking about?
Important. What I'm trying to grow you up in this moment.
Right.
Because if you I don't think you hear how you come off, right? You saying shit that ain't important. Every bit of how the world works says that this stuff is important. You give a fuck because Classy say it ain't important because you want this man to come and move with your son how you want him to move. The world say niggas gotta have money. The world say niggas gotta have a job. The world say when niggas walk in rooms and they can't bring shit to the table, they ain't shit. Don't give a fuck because one baby mama say that don't matter. The world say my nigga Frank better come in the room with something to provide with. Frank better come in the room with something to give. Frank better come. It ain't gotta be no designer, but Frank better come in the motherfucking room as a man with a child with something to motherfucking give. So, to me as a man, getting out of prison, probably coming from a lifestyle where I'm not highly educated, right? One baby mama showing pity on me. Pity. Men don't want no fucking pity. They want respect, right? My baby, and I'm giving it to you from the male view. One baby mama showing pity on me and telling me, oh, you just got out, so we don't want anything from you tangible, nothing materialistic, no money. In your mind, it's saying, I'm working with you. To the male ego, it's saying, nigga, I know you ain't got shit, so we ain't even finna ask you for shit. Just bring your poor ass around your son and give up that time that you got.
Hey, I didn't say it. I did not say it. I did not say it. She did. Love Dorsey said that. Now, I didn't say that. But that's exactly what it's saying, though. That's exactly what the way that conversation is going. in that man's mind. See, this is the problem here. Women and men think totally different about a lot of situations and stuff like that, that the old school women used to understand these things. They were actually taught the way that men thought and things like that. They were actually taught these things. Nowadays, women are not taught what men like, and men are not taught what women like, because the community's broken. You know what I'm saying? The information is divert and lost. So, you know, it kind of is what it is, though. Yeah. True tale.
That's what it's saying. A lot of you as women and baby mamas, you don't know how to look at shit for what it really is.
Right.
You live in a bubble, a world of delusion that only has to do with your perspective of the situation. The stuff I'm saying ain't hard to understand if you get out your fucking feelings.
I get it, but I promise I get it.
That
But
like
I
button
promise
out there.
everything in me. I don't mean it like that.
I didn't say classy. I never said that that's what you meant. The stuff
I hope that that's not the way he's looking at it.
Classy. I'm classy.
Exactly.
I want y'all to hold on, because I really, that's what I'm saying. That's why when you first started talking, I asked Frank to say why that man don't come around. Ain't no nigga that's used to busting you down dick-wise, right? Having a certain authority and respect in the room, coming in off of a jail or a prison bed to no fucking pity from you, to come around no child that you got the most influence and authority over, that he don't fucking know what you done been saying about him, what you done talked. Don't mean you said anything wrong. Don't mean that this your fault that this going on.
Thank you. Thank you. Pay attention. Right. Right. He don't know what the hell you been telling his kid while he been gone. First of all, let's just keep this honest. That means he also got trust issues with your dumb ass. He also got trust issues with your dumb ass. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, especially because you have his child, you know what I'm saying? Then too, he has a child. So yeah, he's trying to recalibrate himself to get back into society, after spending a significant amount of time in a cell where he has to be told when to piss, eat, sleep, and shit. The hell you talking about?
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Yeah, you talk about out there. See what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, shout out to Jay, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming. You know, yeah. But listen, look, you know, it just is what it is out here, man. And these are the factors, you know what I'm saying, that's going on with this scenario right here. But it's not just a scenario. These are things that a lot of women are engaging in especially in the Black community, things like that. Other communities too, you know, but it just is what it is. And this is the mindset. You know, a man coming home from doing a long bid, he needs to regain his footing in society. And yeah, he ain't trying to have no fucking pity party. Like, seriously though.
The world say, not classy, not love, not Italy, not Frank. The world says that men supposed to have something. The world says that men are supposed to come to the table with something. Anything other than what the world says looks like pity to a nigga.
Miss Classy, may I share with you? Because
I want, before anybody say anything else, I want to know that she understands the perspective that I'm offering.
Yes, that's why I was going to share with her and explain to her
what he may be feeling.
Correct. That's classy. That's all I'm trying to put into perspective. Never once was it about your intentions on what you communicated being wrong. As a woman, as a mother, what you're asking for is very reasonable. But here is where we go wrong as baby mamas. We sit in this bubble from only our perspective, and we think that because that's not what we meant, he shouldn't take it like that. Because we don't take what we're saying and reflect it against the real world.
that means, ladies, stop trying to think that men can read minds. We can't.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
We cannot read minds. We're not superhuman like that. It doesn't work that way. We're not going to read minds. And it's never going to do that. Never. To be honest with you, I don't even want to read a woman's mind. I really don't. You chicks are so fucking chaotic. Your minds are so all over the place all the damn time. I like my sane ass mind. I don't want to read your mind.
What the French toast is there to think about?
No, I don't want to read that shit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't.
But you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
Which you don't have control over.
Without saying that, but
we don't have control over the real world. Do you understand, Classy?
I understand.
Okay, who else wanted to add something?
I did want to add something because I have 2 daughters. One is 5, and her dad did a 4.5-year bid, starting at the age of 2.5 until she was 7. And I have a 5-year-old whose father is currently doing a 15-year Fed bid.
Oh my good.
And that, my friends, is the bottom line.
So this young lady got 2 different baby daddies. Both of them have done technically serious time. And this is no downplay on my brothers that, go off and do time and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I know within our community, you know what I'm saying, people get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? I've had my time in the streets, things like that. I know how treacherous it can really get, and I know how, if you don't play the game or if you don't cash out the game early enough, you know what I'm saying, it will affect you. Real talk. It will affect you. But, it's also a entrapment that goes on and generational curses that go on, amongst that type of thinking, amongst that type of way of maneuvering and living that also, destroys any factor that you ever will have of making a peaceful life or a solid family and things like that, because there's so much chaos. It's just like getting in debt. But, it's just like getting in credit card debt. If your debt's so high, at the end of the day, you're trying to pay that off and, but it's so high till you could never pay it off. Even when you're dead and gone, you still owe this debt. That's a huge debt. That's very huge.
So I can just take you from the perspective. My oldest daughter's father has been out 3 years, and he is just now, within these last couple of months, I say 2-3 months, starting to feel himself as a man. I make 6 figures as a nurse practitioner. It's plenty of times I could have had foot the bill. Hey, baby, you don't have to pay no bills. Come on, let's go here as a family so we can spend time together and do this and do that. And he didn't feel comfortable as a man to go. Because as a man, I don't want you paying for everything when we go out, baby. Right. Y'all go ahead and I'm going to stay home. Had nothing to do with him bonding with his daughter or spending time. He had to find himself as a man to feel like he could take on even any more responsibility in parenting. Not that he didn't help. I could say before he got locked up, he was involved with his daughter, but we split when she was 9 months old. I had to send my 9-month-old baby. I lived in Tampa, 90 miles away, and allow her to go spend time with her father every single weekend. And it was hard to do that with an infant. But that's her dad, and he had a right to his child, and my daughter had a right to a father. So I don't know what y'all's relationship was before he went to prison, but he was involved in his daughter's life. So when he got locked up, we went to see him every week for the first 17 months when he was in the county jail. I kept my daughter around his family. So that might be why it was a little bit different. So when he came home, of course, he was with his daughter on a day-to-day basis. So we talk about this all the time. The relationship you have with your child's father, a lot.
She was scratching her head. Yo, hey, it's crazy out here. This is crazy. This is wild, man. But these are the things that we're going through within our culture as Black people over here in America. And it's, wow, it's just tragic that we're going through this. But you know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
A lot of times determines their relationship with the child.
But what determines the relationship? What determines the relationship? Your what? Your perspective.
Of course.
You have a more mature perspective in regards to the decisions, because I've talked to her one-on-one. She has a mature perspective in regards to her role and why the situation looks the way it looks, and it allows her to see the other person's perspective. A lot of us, we lack the maturity in regards to this. So we believe whatever it is that we want for the child that matches what we view as the correct way the other person should move is what it is. And that's what we talk about. That's what we say. That's what we tie our emotions to. That's our demeanor towards the situation, and anything we react to, the way that we respond, all is tied back to that.
Can I add something?
Yep.
So for a man, like, especially he got kids and shit, if he ain't got no money, when he come around any woman's or baby mama or wife, he want his actions to match what's in his head. He already know what he want to do. But if he feel if he can't do it, it's better to not come around and take that grief from you instead of come around, get that feeling of not doing, then the looks you give them, and then on top of that, what you saying, it makes them try to stay away even more. So when you come back, it's never knows.
So Frank,
be us
providers. Right, and let me keep it real with you, Frank. Half these women don't give a fuck about that. Everything you say, they don't give a fuck about. I'm giving it to you raw. Outside of the groups of women that interact with my platform, these females don't be giving a fuck about that. All they care about is what they told theyself the nigga should be doing. And regardless that he's a human, regardless that he has his own perspectives and his own viewpoints and his own, way that he wants to integrate back into the child's life or deal with his children, regardless of him being allowed to have any of that, a bitch be only caring about what she fucking cares about, how she perceives and views the situation, what she felt like was right or wrong about how to move. And
see, that's part of the problem right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there, and a woman cannot sit there and only think about her only side, because she's not the only adult. She's not the only human being that's involved and that's engaged in said situation. It's like, how dare you? And this is the selfish part. That's the reason why so many women feel so entitled to their children. They don't think of their children as family property. They think of their children as a single property that they individually own, not family property. They don't even think of their children as their own parents' property as well. Because it's like, look, you would not be alive if it wasn't for me giving you life for you to give life to the next generation. You don't own these people. You don't own these little ones. Everybody wants to spend time with these precious beings. How dare you, as a woman, think that you own something just because it shoots out of your body. At the end of the day, if no man found you sexy enough, if no man found you alluring enough, if no man found you good enough for him to get rocked off for, you would not have no babies, baby.
So what's the French toast is there to think about?
The hell you talking about? You lucky enough he got hard for you. Who are you?
And this is why there's so much conflict when it comes to co-parenting. It's the inability to be a fucking human and look at life from a realistic perspective rather than what you feel like rather than how you feel like it should be for your child. Because the mature statement is you are not in control of how another individual fathers or mothers. Say it again. So if anybody write anything down in regards to co-parenting, I am not in control of how another individual fathers or mothers. You are not in control of how another individual fathers or mothers. Now, with respect to beliefs, there are a lot of us that we were raised to believe that we are. There are a lot of us that we've sat in toxic family circles and watched enough bullshit on TV and reality TV that we think that we can. But grown folk understand I am not in control of my baby daddy fathering the way that I want him to father, nor is he in control of me mothering the way that I want to mother. What I have to do is be grown enough to say what Sierra said, that the child.
Now, this is my standpoints on that. You know what I'm saying? For a disciplined, logical thinking man, yes, there's going to have to be some type of fucking control here. I don't need you teaching my child some outlandish ass things. And this also goes to this point too, that said man would not allow himself to, you know what I'm saying, have a child by a woman like that. But now, listen too, the world's so screwed up, situations can't happen like that. That a solid thinking man can fall victim to, dealing with a chick like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It can happen. It can happen. But, that's where the problems will come in at. You know what I'm saying? The major problems. And it will be a total clusterfuck when things like that go down, because he's knowing the path. He's wanting it one way, but he also has made a mistake and dealt with the wrong type of woman that is not on board with the path, the teachings, the knowledge, the leadership, and things like that, for her to follow that type of path. So, it's complicated out here sometimes. Nothing's ever easy on this planet.
Child is due, is owed, is obligated to have a mother and a father. They are obligated to have access to both parents, regardless of how one fathers or how one mothers. Do y'all understand that, what I said?
If you want to keep them pissed off too.
Do y'all understand what I said though? Do y'all understand what I'm explaining?
Yes. I have a question if I can.
What's your question?
Like when I spoke about my problem with the co-parenting, our relationship, he both of us focused on our relationship and we're not able to co-parent. So if we're broken up, he doesn't come around like that. So I'm just
trying to
figure out
treatment. Our ego tells us, oh, if I don't go with him, he don't come around. Treatment, behavior towards the person. So what if we're gonna have a mature conversation, like I was explaining in a possibility to the person that was speaking earlier, if I'm real, it's not that he has to be with me in order to be there for his children. My treatment of him, my attitude towards him, my demeanor my energy, my behavior, my femininity. All of that stuff switches when we're not together. So what he's really after is better quality treatment outside of being together. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining?
I do understand that. I just don't. I guess I don't know how to fix that.
Okay, so first things first, you and him are immature. When the order of business, and I want y'all to understand this, you can write it down. When the order of business is to raise a child, meaning I am not in a relationship with you, the order of our business, the point of us interacting is to parent a child, to raise these children, right? When that is the main reason why we interact with each other, when that is what we know each other for, right? That needs to be put first. So the fact that you or him give a fuck about anything from a relationship that y'all had, you're immature. And write that down. I want you to write that down in front of your face. I and my baby daddy are immature because we are worried about, we react to, we decide based on our perspective is still ran by relationship shit when we're supposed to be worrying about the child. Write that to yourself. Because the thing is, when it comes to co-parenting, in order to fix this shit, you have to start being honest with yourself about what the fuck you doing. Y'all immature. He's an immature ass nigga. You's an immature ass bitch. And I'm saying this respectfully for you to confront what's wrong so you can fix it. It is immature to know that children need to be raised and to know the world is a tough motherfucking space. It is immature to know this. You know this, and he knows this. You know the world ain't no motherfucking cakewalk. Y'all know this. You know that them children eventually got to get out in the world. And instead of worrying about that, y'all worrying about some shit from a relationship. Y'all wasn't even fucking in no serious shit where you married and had to divorce and got assets to split apart, right? You.
Hey. Shit. Come on now. Wasn't even in no serious relationship. But you're too immature to talk to the next person. Nobody wants to grow up anymore. Nobody wants to grow up. And that's a problem. Especially when you out here reproducing people. Well, technically reproducing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a problem. A huge one. Shit, man, stop it. Yo, let's keep listening.
You more worried about what he said to you or how you felt about that or what you said to him, and he worried about what you did with this and who cheated and how you was talking to that other girl rather than your child getting their ass toe up in this world. You's an immature ass bitch and he's an immature ass nigga. The world would tie your kid the fuck up. The world will mold your kid based on the trends and the fast that's going on. While you worried about what a nigga did in a relationship or why he worried about what you did. It's people out here that's going to eat your kid up like a motherfucking dog out here in this world. While you pussyfooting around with your baby daddy about some motherfucking emotions. It's motherfuckers out here waiting to get somebody that ain't on point with their money, ain't on point with their boundaries, ain't on point with their safety, to tie their ass the fuck up. It's halves and it's half the fuck nots. And see, this is our problem in our community. We don't understand the assignment don't got shit to do with how many times your baby daddy cheated on you or what he lied about. The assignment is, what can we both get out of one another that we could pour into the child so that the child can utilize it to navigate this crazy ass world? Does this help to the person that asked that question? Do you? Because I'm being brutally honest.
Yes, it does.
We have to start getting real with ourselves. We call ourselves grown. We got 2-3 kids, but every bit of the way that we think, our inability to just look at shit for what it is, view the real world for what is actually going on, is adolescent life. When it comes to the matters of raising a young boy or a young girl, nobody gives a fuck about how many times that nigga cheated on you or popped you upside your head. We do not give a fuck. Grown folk worry about the well-being of the child. Because every bit of what you getting out of life is based on your choices. Every bit of what the child is getting out of life is based on your choices. You going through the consequences of your choices and your generational curses. The child is going through the consequences of your choices and your generational curses. The innocent one, the only victim in the situation is the child. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the truth. It just is what it is. It's the children that are suffering out here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, while we as grown people want to play these, you know, immature games as grown people, and I'm so hurt and I need therapy, and, you know, I'm just, you know, grow the hell up, man. I'm pretty sure after a lot of these people came back from World War II, they needed therapy. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people that went through all this actual trauma throughout all these generations of people, you know, civil rights and all this other stuff that went on this planet, you know, yeah, they needed trauma too. I'm pretty sure after the mongrels invaded the places that they invaded, I'm pretty sure those people needed therapy too. But somehow, some way, those people were able to keep themselves intact enough to survive to get to the future, and they're here now. But you know, they have a prosperous society, and yeah, black people are just sitting around here like, oh my goodness, what, you know, well, what could we do? I'm so hurt. I'm just so hurt out here. I'm hurt. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're so hurt. You're so hurt. You know, it's always being hurt. You know, but hey, at the end of the day, though, man, you know, shout out to Love Dorsey, man. Like, seriously, like I said, I've been following her for a long time. Listen, look, man, hey, she always spitting facts. Let's go here next. Where am I gonna go? I know exactly where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right here to the coach, CGA. Shout out to him. Real talk. Real talk, you know, hey. We gonna go to the coach, man. Hey, listen, look, the coach never fails. You know what I'm saying? And if you, hey, go subscribe to the coach channel, you know what I'm saying? Free Agent Lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, Free Agent Lifestyle channel, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, look, man, the coach be on point with a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Trying to show y'all men and get y'all to understand that we do not live in a day and time like it used to be. It's not what it used to be. So, but anyway, by that being said, I'm right here with it, you know what I'm saying? And right here on the Bottom Line News, this is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? We have this woman right here that's a therapist of sort or something like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, who really knows? Who really knows now? You know. Everybody got all these quote unquote PhDs and all this and that. You know, anyway. So yeah, she's going to give the top 5 men, providers, things like that. But the coach is going to break things down. He's really going to elaborate on how things are going to go with this scenario. And yeah, we about to dive off into it. Let's put these quarters, nickels, and dimes. Yeah. In on the times. Hey, hit that like button out there. It's the Bottom Line News.
I don't know why you guys say I only show one woman and then try to interpret and represent it for all women. This is the top men who are providers. What? Here come the soft girls. Here come the soft girls. Here we go.
So here are the top 5 men who are providers and who want to take care of you when
Right.
they're in a relationship with you.
Okay. All right. So here we go right here. Here are the top men who want to take care of you. And by the way, ladies, let me just tell y'all, there's not enough of these providers out here. I don't know what kind of math y'all doing.
Oh, they doing girl math. They doing girl math. And this is something that a lot of you men are not in on because y'all don't listen to enough good information out here. Girl math is a real thing. Girl math is a real thing. Women are out here doing girl math, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. Listen, look, let's keep going.
So this is another way of dry begging. This is another way of I'm in my soft girl feminine. These are the provider males, right?
And that's you.
Right.
So when you hear this shit on dates, this is just pseudo prostitution at this point. This is what I call the monetized sexual marketplace. Now it's always been monetized. It's always, but this is my position here. I don't mind a monetized sexual marketplace. It's all monetized. It's always been. The whole love thing is a fairy tale, kind of a myth, because there's always this inherent hypergamy on the backside where she's checking you, you're checking your list and researching you. But ninjas don't know it. You so stuck on stupid.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. I think we need to have an arranged monetized system. That's the only way to save us from going into the abyss. We're going into the abyss because there's not enough of these provider males for every woman, especially black women. You can forget it. Black women, you guys are out of control. There's not enough of these provider males. If you're only looking for black men, and I got this disgraceful looking woman talk about she needs to target white men, and she got tattoos all over her neck, and she already gone. I'm like, man, you crazy? You ain't get no white man other than being a bed wench or a bed warmer. That's all you gonna get.
Yo. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes for women. Listen, look, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a woman out there, you know, a black woman that's trying to search for, you know, a white male provider, things like that. They don't want chicks with all them tattoos. He can't carry you to the company function. He can't be the CEO of fucking Microfax or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's made up, you know. Shit. He can't be the CEO or whatever, talking about carrying you to the function in the business and things like that. You know what I'm saying? With tattoos everywhere. That just ain't gonna work. That just ain't gonna work. Real talk.
All right, you ain't get no provider male white guy. I mean, not a provider male one, not a top tier one. White women be out here going mentally ill trying to get a top tier white man. All right, they fighting each other, dressing carbon copy with the basic bitch attire. They basically copy and emulating themselves. Y'all think you're just gonna run up on a top tier white guy? So there's not even enough top tier black men for every black woman at all.
Right.
Then when you take it to the rest of America, there's not that many provider males that will take care of you. It's a wrap. We're going to the abyss. So I would suggest an arranged. We would have to go back. If you wanted to save it, which we don't, you would need an arranged sexual marketplace, monetized, where people are, and that's going to include concubines and harems at this point, because if you find the provider males, these men will have access to 50 women.
Right.
Or more.
Right.
Then the guys that aren't need to get something, or they're going to go ahead and revolt. They're going to rebel and burn it all down.
Play with it. Play with it. And see, this is the problem that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of women don't see because they're so wrapped up in their own goddamn heads. This is the thing here. You do not want a marketplace to where all the women are only choosing a super concentrated amount of men. that's going to pose a problem because the mass amount of men will outweigh that man, his money, all that shit. Once the revolt happens, you got a problem on your hands. Men are just going to take you.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
How dare you be that stupid? You have to pay attention to history. History says everything that needs to be said. History repeats itself. Listen, look, y'all do not want that. Y'all do not want that.
But they're gonna burn it down anyway because this is where we're keeping a class of men out. Ironically, the class of men that we're keeping out are ironically the men that were equalized due to equal, gender pay gap, equal pay. These men were equalized on the level of women economically, but all of a sudden they don't qualify. They out. Just on the economics, they out. Now, forget the fact that he has a recessed chin and male boobs and a hairy ass back. All right. And he's overweight. Now, forget that. That's a whole nother conversation. Right. But he's been equalized economically and he's out. He's just out on that. How do we keep this system up? It's going to the abyss. I've been telling you, it's going to the abyss. There's no correcting it now. So let's get to the provider mail here, and then we'll do the super chats. All right, I'm interested to hear this. Top men or providers who want to take care of you, who want to spend money on you, a.k.a. sugar daddy, a.k.a.
Get him, daddy.
selling puss.
I looked at it as I have an ATM between my legs, and I'm just using it. All I got to do is put my card in, and that's it, and put the PIN number, and boom.
This long-faced woman need to be married, like literally a part of someone's concubine. She got no chance in hell. I mean, just on the looks department, she looking like somebody's father with a what is this shit on the top of her head? The little sponge you put in your bathtub when you're using body wash. I can't remember what it's called. Loofah. She looking like somebody daddy. She looking like Ike Turner daughter. All right, but let's continue here. Where are you gonna find top provider males who want to spend money on you? Tricks. Okay, here we go.
Number 1, men who were raised in a 2-parent household.
Oh, you already out. Okay.
Men saw their fathers be the providers, be the protectors, be the leaders, be the directors of the home, and that's what they know to emulate. They recognize that provision is a natural part of them being a man, being a husband, and being the leader in the home, and so they opt into it willingly and with ease.
Man, black community done. By the way, I have a great video basically backing up what I say about the black community. She said a man that comes from a 2-parent household. First of all, let's just take the black men. That's going to be 25% of black men. Probably less than that. 25%. Most black homes are not 2 parents, right? Even the parents that are not married count in this. Like,
we already know the statistics on this, and this is very true. What she just said, that if we're talking about the black community specifically, no, there's not a lot of black men that grew up in 2-parent households. But you know what I'm saying? Technically, from where she's coming from, she is right. Growing up in 2-parent households, it's a well-roundedness that happens for a logical understanding for a man. You know what I'm saying? And for a woman too. You know, growing up in a 2-parent household. So, you know, but yes, en masse, it's not going to work this way because this is not how we're living in the 21st century. It's just not. So, you know.
They are married, but they really ain't together. They kind of just together. Then the married ones that are, bruh, you already just eliminated 70% of black men. They already on the outscope. Out. Saw they fathers to do what? Saw they fathers henpecked. That's the married men. So this a wrap already for her top men providers. Ninja, this is so a favorable advantage for these men that she's targeting. That man has access to probably 2,000 black women. 2,000, if he got the energy, which he probably don't. All right, so 2-parent households are out. Now we talk about American statistics. This is 4 to 5 of every man. 4 to 5 out of 10 of every man. Okay, and it's proven that if you marry someone that comes from a broken home, the least likely the marriage will work. Like, there's statistics that prove it. Like, there's a greater chance of divorce if one partner comes from a broken home. If both partners come from a broken home, you're less likely to have a successful marriage. If both kids, both married people come from broken homes, the chances of you having a successful marriage is slim to none, and Slim just died. But let's continue here. She got another set of men here.
Number 2, men born before 1990, which typically means men in their 30s and 40s, maybe even a little bit older.
Okay. So I'm part of the age range and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I can see where she come from. But the thing of it is too, as well, is that that's when the separation and things like that, you know, amongst the families kind of got started. You know what I'm saying? Past those years that she named. That's when it started to really truly get that separation of family and things like that, and broken homes, and you know, it was kicking in then. And yeah, you know, men of my age, we still have remnants of our you know, things like that of what was. But does that work today? I really don't think so. You know, you'll be a fool to try to be a gentleman today to these bats. I mean, you know, I'm just being honest.
So you can't tell me this isn't sugar babying, right? So this is extreme.
Get him, daddy.
This is extreme sugar babying. And so she just said, let me jump off from the older guys. Of course, these young girls don't want you, CGA. These even the horse-faced women want me. They all broke out here in a variety of ways.
Let you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
Right.
Dead, flat, stony broke. I've got $3.85 in my purse.
Okay, so here's the thing. My question is, how are you going to get one? That's number one. Number two, you don't like the guy. You just like the guy because he's older and he's more likely to have money. Okay, so that's the intentional monetized sexual marketplace. But she said 30 and up, and then she even said 30 and 40 and up, then went up higher. All right, she went up higher, was like, okay, daddy. All right, this is sugar baby activity. Let's continue.
These men come from an era and a time where chivalry was present, where providing for your woman was something to be proud of. And so that is what they know. And it's a huge part of their identity and their psyche as a man. Number 3, men who are retired. Retired men have worked hard and they're looking for ways to enjoy the fruits of their labor. They want someone to share their financial resources with. They want someone to go on vacations and build a life with, but in a way that allows more fun, more pleasure, and more play.
There you go. So listen. Okay, daddy. If this did not prove, again, well, like I tell you, man, I say it harshly and then I find a person to back up exactly what I said. She's just saying it softly. Exactly what I said. This is undercover sugar baby. And also, this is targeting. And this is also what? This is pay for play, if you will, monetized sexual marketplace. And she's now went from 30 to 40 and up to now retirement 65 and 70.
Right.
Okay, daddy. Oh, and also, I love to travel.
And shit, all these chicks. All this traveling all the time. I love to travel. And, you know, half these chicks haven't even been out their damn state. It's like, What you mean you love to travel? So what you talking about? You go to the next county to shop at that grocery store or some shit, bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? En masse. I'm talking about en masse. Women en masse. They're not traveling like that. Ain't nobody flying them out to Dubai like that en masse. Yeah, the IG models, maybe some shit like that, you know. Hey. It's crazy though. I get so traveling. What are you traveling where? Like, stop it. Stop it. Are you even worth carrying? You know, I mean, once you get there, 9 times out of 10, she gonna embarrass the shit out of you. What the fuck you carrying her there for? Like, okay.
He'll take you traveling. He'll pay for it. I said that earlier, right? So, guys, and by the way, let me continue.
These men are generally going to already have a financial foundation in place and be financially stable. And so they're not looking for you to come in and bring any coins to their table. They really want a woman that they can spoil, that they can take care of, and that they can have enjoyment with.
Get 'em, Daddy.
Number 4 is successful business owners and entrepreneurs. And let me say again, successful business owners and entrepreneurs. Not the men who need money from you to help them get their mixtape off the ground or studio time. Not the men who are trying to build a business, but
So these are all the men that you've dated, huh, baby? Yeah. So these are the type of men that she's dealt with. Because if she had never dealt with men like this, she wouldn't have that scenario in her mind. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Pay attention to what I'm saying, the way that I'm saying it. If she's never dealt with men like that to give that type of statement, it's just like if you never had the opportunity to drive a Lexus, you would never know the difference between driving a Lexus or a fucking Toyota. But peep this out right here. Toyota makes Lexus. Let's just go there.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
You would never know the difference. Oh, Lord, man.
but men who have already built a business, who are seasoned entrepreneurs and even serial entrepreneurs, and who have passive income coming in.
There's no way she expects monogamy.
Right.
There's no way you can expect this is what I'm telling you. She gonna look the other way. This is the woman that says, and I wish she was more attractive, that she just, okay, all right, she just pulls the panties down, claps the cheek, she sees you one or two times a week, you give her a little bit of monetization, you get her to go. This is the monetized sexual marketplace, and this is a not so attractive woman talking. Imagine the better attractive woman talking. If she's an 8, 9, or a 10, they're doing this on steroids. They do this with ease. And then you run up, popping your lips with a little bit of game. She might let you touch on her little kitty cat, but she letting sugar daddy get him. All right. I mean, this is an intentional stalking and targeting of higher value men. And by the way, how do you suppose you're going to just come in a man's life? You're just going to come into a man's life who just got his shit together. Everything all good. I built my business up. Now, there's guys that do this, but I built all my shit up, and here you come. Here you come. Oh, here I am. I'm the best thing going. I'm the pretty princess. I got the best golden for JJ. I got the best thing going. I'm the best woman here. I'll turn you in this. I'm top-notch punani. They clueless. They out of control. And they just end up in a constant rotation of older men, and they end up on boats and end up sucking on hairy old balls, pause. End up getting violated, all 3 holes violated for a couple of 15, 20 minutes, and then paid to leave. Paid to leave. These guys she's describing do not care on raining on her and giving her money. That money is inconsequential. So she's targeting guys, but she doesn't also understand that she's just one of many. This ninja got a whole wife
They've worked hard, they've done the work, and now they want to enjoy the fruits of their labor as well, and they want to play just as hard as they've worked. And 5, men who are in engineering or finance.
Oh man, I mean, this is somewhat obvious, but he got his engineering degree. You just gonna show up with your degree, engineering and finance, huh? Okay.
These men might be a little bit nerdy, a little bit quirky, intellectual, intelligent,
And
good with numbers.
that's you.
They understand the importance of order and structure. They recognize that in order for things to work properly and to flow well, there needs to be a foundation. And so they bring that mentality and that mindset into their relationships and into the family dynamic as well. So they will step into the position of the provider with ease because they understand that financial provision creates a foundation for their woman and for their children and for the family overall.
Listen, look. Any man that's working to provide for himself, he already understands that meaning of providing, period. He doesn't have to be a fucking astronaut to understand that.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Or engineer or some type of out the way ass profession, which, you know, most of those professions are not out the way. Thank God for these professions, stuff like that. Shout out to the men that do them. You know what I'm saying? They're very much needed professions to keep the world going. So shout out to them brothers. And whether white, black, it don't matter to me. You know, but shout out to them men that do these professions. But, you know, nowadays, most women are going out the way to prey upon these type of men, you know what I'm saying? Not because they actually want to build something, but because they strategically know that these men are in a certain financial level and, you know, they want that. Now, I'm not saying that a woman should not want a man that's not capable of providing or doing anything that he needs to do to make sure that his family is okay. But it's the disingenuous situation that a lot of women are putting themselves in and men in to only later down the line try to be like, well, I've gained what I've gained from you. Let me go ahead on check out now and, you know, get rid of you. Like, because you're strategically going after certain people instead of, you know, allowing your natural sexual marketplace value to place you with the man that you actually what women nowadays like to use, what's that word? Oh, deserve. Oh, that you naturally fucking deserve.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Hold on.
You old fish-eyed fool.
Bitch, you're a Dorito. You was never chose. You're a Dorito, bitch. And you're mad that you're not chose. And you never will be chose.
Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and let's continue the conversation there. And if you're interested in coaching with me, tap the link in my bio and book a consultation.
Now, when I say all this, you guys ask me, but coach, what about love? When I say all of this, you be like, coach, man, what about legacy? I'm like, here you go. Here you go. How many dry begging women that I need to show you? Say exactly what I'm telling you out here. And they not even hiding it. They in plain sight. I'm a pretty princess. All right. It don't matter what culture. Stragglicious with the dolphin lips. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Look, Middle Eastern personality. What about Aaron Gordon? Okay. What about child support? It's all begging. What about Ling Ling? All right. How many videos I show you? What about the dry begging ass woman with the wig? Strag. What about this woman? I'd rather have the cheating guy. who makes a lot of money. I'll go for the rich guy who makes a lot of money and cheats. I didn't show you her. There's another one. Well, she was on the opposite. There's Natasha, Asian Natasha at that. Mongolian Natasha. What about Millie Mouth Teacher? It don't matter what race you put on them, ninjas. It don't matter what. Out in this, it's all begging.
Yo.
And that, my friends, is the bottom line.
It's all begging. Stop it. Stop it. Wow. And you know what? This is the monetized life that we're living, especially as men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all out here, you know, with these psycho baby mamas, you know, still trying to live your life. And then also to, you know, of course, you know, it's in us as men to want family, legacy, things like that, due to the fact that we hold on to logic a lot longer than new age women tend to hold on to logic. We suffer the most because we want to keep things together where, you know, everybody else is like, fuck it, let's let it fall apart, you know. But it is what it is, man. And yeah, that's kind of how that goes. That's just life in the world nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you gentlemen, you know, get y'all shit together out there and stay strong. Don't let no bats in. Don't let no bats in at all. At all. Don't let no bats in your life. You know what I'm saying? That way you can win. You know, it is what it is though, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers out there. Man, love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? New to the channel, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? It is what it is. Like I always say.
And that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.
Katie, what are you doing? And she's like, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me? Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of myself. You ain't make me, so you can't break me.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
We'll talk about that some other time.
Now I want to talk about it now. See, another reason why
I said we'll talk about that some other time.
you don't tell me what I can talk about. You don't tell me what I can talk about in my own house.
Don't you point your finger at my nose, Fred Sam.